A Local 10 News investigation. Mold is a common health concern in humid South Florida.
But tonight, a new lawsuit looks at who is to blame after a massive spill in one South Florida building. Local 10's Amy Viteri spoke with one woman who says it led to an illness she's now dealing with for the rest of her life.
I couldn't explain it. I just dropped so much weight. I got down to 97 pounds.
Annette Davis struggled to understand what was happening to her body. For some time, she had been living with a condition called chronic fatigue syndrome, but was managing it with medication. Then in 2014, something changed.
I started cracking teeth because I was anemic. I had my hair falling out.
The trouble started after February of that year. A water cooling tower on the roof of her building. The tides at Bridgeside Square condos in Fort Lauderdale had a break that dumped all of that water down into the building.
I just started hearing what sounded like 30 bathtubs at once pouring behind my wall.
The property management company ACAM called in Alliance Restoration to address the water damage.
And they brought a dehumidifier and a couple fans.
So they never went into the wall?
No.
That's when Davis began to get really sick, but the cause was a mystery until 2017, when medical tests found toxins caused by fungus in her system. She asked the condo to test for mold behind the walls of her unit.
What he found was aspergillus, which is also what was found in my body.
This note from Davis's doctor states aspergillus exposure probably occurred in her apartment.
Mold professionals say when you get water behind your walls, the typical equipment you see, like dehumidifiers and air movers, on their own are not enough to prevent mold.
You definitely need to access that wall cavity. It's a necessity.
Pat Kayaza, a state-licensed mold remediator. He says creating airflow behind the wall is critical.
If you don't dry that out, eventually, soon, you're going to get mold. It will happen.
But photos from court documents show Alliance did remove parts of the wall in other units, just not in Davis's, even though they billed for the exact same work.
This company did the work in the tides in my client's unit without a license, without the proper insurance.
Davis's attorney Mitch Chused says the condo property manager ACAM was negligent by hiring Alliance to do the work. Alliance Restoration's website lists mold remediation among its services, but while we did find a license as a general contractor, we found no mold remediation license for anyone who worked in Davis's condo. No one at the Boca Raton office would talk with us about the lawsuit.
Can you at least tell me if you guys are licensed to do mold remediation?
Listen, I'm just working over the summer. I don't know.
It's heartbreaking.
This mold can be particularly dangerous for someone like Davis, who already had a compromised immune system and now requires grueling monthly treatments.
Every 3 weeks, I'll have to, be hooked up to my IV pole for 8 hours a day.
She wants others to know more than she did.
If you're immune compromised and you're exposed to mold, it can kill you. So I'll be dealing with this for the rest of my life.
Amy Viteri, Local 10 News.
Our best to her. An attorney representing the Tides told us she had no comment on the pending litigation. To find out if someone is licensed to check for mold, look to Florida's Department of Business and Professional Regulation. Go to our website for that information, local10.com.